So the topic of pre-orders has been kind of explosive recently, and I wanted to really get my thoughts out on the matter out in a kind of a very public manner, just because I kind of feel there's an unfair end of the stick being given out here. This is completely unscripted, this is just going off my thoughts, so I apologise in advance if this doesn't really make much sense. To me it does. I understand though that it can be kind of hard to follow my thought pattern sometimes, so I'm going to try my best and speak slowly and, generally get my thoughts out there. Anyway, so getting back on the point, so there's been a lot of talk about pre-orders recently and why you should never pre-order, why you should wait for videos to come out by other people or articles to come out or whatever on day one or day zero even, or day negative in some cases, to see if the game is any good or it's glitchy or anything like that. Particularly looking at last year's releases, there were a lot of these big games that did have these issues. And obviously there's the infamous Assassin's Creed bugs. There was Watch Dogs. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what else came out last year. Had a lot of issues at launch. Obviously the Master Chief Collection on Xbox One. Shadows of Mordor, I believe, had a couple. And of course we have this mentality now of just fix it after release with an update. In the film industry there's also the joke of fix it in post. Well, this is fixing it in post-release, which is a bizarre concept. Now, I just want to talk about this. Now, I understand, just on that alone, as someone who has been burned on pre-order, let's basically put it as pre-order scams before, a game that is unrepresentative of the product that was advertised, someone who got burned very badly with Colonial Marines in 2013, I understand. I do not agree though, and here's why. So with pre-orders, the issue is not the act of pre-ordering. The issue is not wanting to get that game on day one. The issue is not wanting to have it delivered to you on day one, to go and pick it up on day one. The issue is what companies have tried to turn the act of the pre-order into. The issue is that there is now so much focus on these that it's effectively almost driving the industry. The issue is that developers, not all developers, certain publishers, I don't think I need to say out loud who was the big culprit of it last year, have gotten lazy and decided to fix things post-release. Now, does this mean you should stop pre-ordering 100%? God, no. Let's have a look. Not every single publisher has done this. Let's have a look at someone last year who did release a lot of very quality titles, of which I pre-ordered several of them, and that was Nintendo. Nintendo consistently put out gold all year last year. I pre-ordered Mario Kart 8, I pre-ordered Super Smash Bros. There were no issues at the start, no issues, nothing. They have a track record of being very, very, very good, straight line down the middle, no nonsense at launch with good post-release support. Let's have a look at other games as well that came out last year. Some things like Strider, I mentioned in my last video, was fantastic at launch, with next to no bugs that I know of. And of course, then we can look at the other end, and we can see consistently these people doing it. Particularly in the case of Ubisoft, the Assassin's Creed series in general has been pretty bad for it. I recall seeing what was it called, the Jackdog glitch in Assassin's Creed Black Flag with your ships in the water not appearing and just bodies flying everywhere. So my argument is, at the end of this whole thing, my argument is that instead of saying no, we don't pre-order, no, we refuse to pre-order, look at who you're pre-ordering from. Look at this game and think it through. Say to myself, hey, this game I'm interested in it, I want to get it very early on if it's good. Now, let's have a look at the developer, let's have a look at their track record, let's have a look at their recent history. Have they got a habit of just fixing things after release? Have they got this habit of season passes? Have they got this habit of just kind of lazily doing things and then blaming the consumer for wanting to get a product early? Which is another complete unrelated rant I'll get onto some other time. Have they got a track record of basically just being shitty? If your answer is yes, don't pre-order. If the answer to all of those is no, then yeah, sure, go nuts. I mean, not every developer is fucking evil. I already mentioned Nintendo. I sort of a few examples. I think it was Ultra Street Fighter 4 a few bugs at the beginning and a few infinites, but they got patched up pretty quickly. Like, Capcom aren't that bad for it either. again, it really just depends. Have a look at the product at hand and sincerely think it through. The other next topic also you got to think about from this is, do I want to support this developer? This is a perfectly legitimate way of supporting developer. Now, I mentioned about what pre-orders are tending to, and the sad fact is, a lot of games revenue is very heavily pushed, and a lot of bonuses in AAA are earned based on the first week's sales. It's bullshit. It's horrible. But sadly, that is the industry we have, and that's the industry we've had for well over a decade. This is not a new thing. So if you want to support your developer and you want your developer to effectively get as much money as they can, as many bonuses as they can, then sure, buy in the first week, by all means. This is great for small studios who just sign up to big publishers. This is great for indie developers in certain cases. This is great for, this is great for effectively the consumer as well, because you're feeling good about supporting someone. That is fine. Just please, before you pre-order, before you say, I don't pre-order anything at all, think it through. Think, is this company shitty? Is this company good? Have they got a track record? Do I want to support them? Ultimately, it's up to you. I can't obviously convince you either way. I do wish to have some, I guess, conversation on this topic. So, seriously, I don't care if there's someone who call me a fucking arsehole, per usual in the comments. Please just call me a fucking arsehole. But I'm really happy for some discussion on this, because I feel that, I guess, pre-orders are kind of getting the shitty end of the stick, and really kind of getting a lot of bashing for, I guess, companies being shitty and then blaming the consumer, saying, oh, well, you should have pre-ordered. No! How about you fix your shit? How about, instead of giving everyone else a bad rap, how about, instead of really shitting on AAA last year, for the most part, how about you just release a game that works? Or even yet, a game that's finished. Anyway, this has gone on for a bit longer than I thought it would, so, I'm gonna wrap this up now. Again, please give me some comments. Again, pre-orders aren't evil, it's what people are turning them into. If you want to pre-order a game, go nuts, but do think about the company doing it. Pre-ordering is not a sin. We've all been scammed at least once. It's fine. Not every game is a scam. Anyway, all the best. Have fun. Take care. I don't often say this, but please do like, comment, and subscribe. We're almost at 50 subscribers, which is woo! And also, we're approaching 2 years of this crap. So thanks for sticking about. Alright. Bye-bye.